Hello all, I'm Mr. Fox. Today I'm going to show you Sonic the Hedgehog. This game came out in 1991. Back in the day, the very first game that I played for the Sega Genesis was this one. I loved its bright colors, and I loved the game itself, of course. It was a really cool game, and I really liked this one. Right now it's demoing the bonus stage, of course. Now, my older brother taught me to beat a lot of games over the years. The first game he taught me to beat solo was called Street Smart, and that was on the Mega Drive, which is the Japanese name of the Sega Genesis. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog, I didn't beat until maybe a year later, but this game was really amazing fun, and I loved it. And I can probably beat this whole game fairly quickly. But, let's go with the Green Hills on Act 1. This game had beautiful graphics, as you can see. This was really advanced for its time, to have the moving water in the background. The large flowers are fun. And then the robots, you smash them and they turn into little animals. Because you're rescuing them, rather, from the evil Dr. Robotnik, who is now referred to as Dr. Eggman in the newer Sonic games. But this is Sonic's humble beginning. This was the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game that ever came out. There was another Sonic the Hedgehog that was released both on the Game Gear and another one on the Sega Master System, which had levels in it that were not part of the original game. I think the Starlight Zone is my favorite level in this game. One of these days I'll make a video showing you that level. Games were so simple back in this day. Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, really only moved back and forth, and you basically had a jump button, and only needed that one button. No, I missed the chaos symbol, but that's okay. The special stages, in this particular one, there's no golden Sonic when you get all 7 chaos emeralds in the first game. And in the first game, there isn't 7 chaos emeralds, there's actually only 6 of them. And the original comic book story, which you got at Blockbuster Video, which no longer exists, so no business. But, Dr. Robotnik was not Dr. Robotnik, he was someone else. And then the machine exploded, and the corruption of the energy from the Chaos Emeralds actually turned him into Dr. Robotnik. You can probably still find this comic. It was even included in some of the comic books from the early 90s. The Sonic origin story. You'd need a comic book from around 1990 to 1991 in order to see it. But, it was very cool. Sonic the Hedgehog is one of my all-time favorite video game character mascots. I loved Sonic even more than I loved Mario. But Mario was also fun. I've played all the Mario games too. But Sonic the Hedgehog was just amazing. And of course, Sonic CD is probably what people consider one of the best games in the entire series. But I liked Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with Sonic and Knuckles, because you could save your game, and that was really cool. I loved that. These games, well, part of my joy is that I get to bring the games of my childhood to you, the YouTube viewers. Someday I'll show you every video game that's ever existed. In the meantime, I'm showing you this one, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, the Game Gear versions of this, I can't show you because I don't own a Game Gear right now. And I won't show you any game that I don't own in my personal collection. I actually have the original cartridge, box, and instruction manual to this game. Should pay more attention when I'm playing this. But, this game is also available on the Xbox Live Arcade. Now, in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you had a spin dash, but in this one, you can't spin dash. You just have to press down on the D-pad. So getting through obstacles sometimes was a little bit of a challenge. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with the spin dash made things a lot easier. A lot of people didn't like Tails, but I thought Tails was okay. However, Tails did really screw up your bonus stages. You can get the Chaos Emeralds a whole lot easier in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 if you just go in the options menu and turn Tails off so he's not there. And so you can go up there, or you can just take the shortcut like so. Finding these shortcuts was a huge deal back in the day. Everyone would talk about these games at school and how you could find the secrets. And they would talk about where all the hidden items were and all of that. I remember when we used to trade Game Pros around school every day and talk about the different secrets. And all the hidden pathways and things that you can do. This is the first boss. This is probably one of the simplest bosses I've ever fought. Dr. Robotnik takes 8 hits to kill. One of the unique things about Sonic is that as long as he has rings, he doesn't die. But if he loses all of his rings, then he does die. There was 2 amazing cartoons made about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I also have a huge collection of Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. I like Sega games a lot more than Nintendo games. I was a very big fan of Sega back in the day. I like Nintendo too, but the Sega Genesis had a lot of really cool games. Nintendo was good because they had a lot of really cool RPGs, such as Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger. And also Lufia, and a lot of other really amazing RPGs. The Super Nintendo had a lot of amazing games. And of course there's Sega used to have this thing, Sega does what Nintendo don't, which is kind of weird. And then they would talk about having blast processing, but blast processing, the Sega Genesis just had a faster processor than the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo, however, didn't have better graphics, and generally had better sound also. Now, I liked both consoles. In all fairness, they both had really great classic games attributed to them. As previously mentioned, the Super Nintendo had really fantastic RPGs like Chrono Trigger. Even Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars was actually really good. But part of the reason Legend of the Seven Stars was so good was that it was actually published by Nintendo, but created by Squaresoft. And Squaresoft has made a lot of the legendary RPGs we're familiar with today, such as the Final Fantasy series. A lot of people say Nintendo had the best games, or that Sega had the best games. Truthfully, they both had the best games. I actually think there's a secret over here. Yes. There it is. Both consoles were designed remarkably well and had many great video games. I have played video games of all kinds, both good and bad. And if you can ever find this game, I would recommend it. I'm not going for any special achievements here or anything, just running through the game to show you what it looks like and what the different levels were like. I hated the Spring Yard Zone in this game. I loved the Casino Night Zone, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, of course. And I hope you enjoy seeing these old games as much as I do. Oops. As you don't get to see them as much anymore. I remember when my mom came and gave me a Sega CD for my birthday. I thought I was the luckiest kid in the universe to have a Sega CD. And I remember when I put Sonic CD in and it popped up and I got to watch a fully animated cartoon with my game. It blew my mind. I was amazed. I thought the Sega CD was the most amazing thing in the universe when I had it as a kid. Because I got to watch fully animated intros to some of my games. It was just really, really cool. But of course, back when that first released, that was a big deal. You see, CD systems were expensive, and the technology was expensive to create back then. So having a CD-based game system wasn't as common as it is today. Such as the Xbox and the PS4, which still use CDs. You can even get Steam machines, which are little PC things that play Steam games. I don't actually know anyone that has one of those, but I've heard they exist. Alienware actually makes a PC-like game console too, which is kind of interesting. I've heard people like the Steam machines. Some people are very addicted to Steam games. Now see, if you don't go up there and you go over here, there's a secret right here. And you can go over here. But there's nothing over there. So you just go back. And then you have to ride this little block all the way back. Or you can just run ahead like this. Now the lava fountains don't appear. They only come in when you're riding this other block. Now those little lampposts are your continue points where you continue after you died. It was nice to have checkpoints in some of these games, so you didn't have to start all the way at the beginning of the level if you died. Back in the day, when we had the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo, and even the Atari or the regular Nintendo, there was no save points. You just had a certain number of lives and continues to clear a whole game. Unlike today, where we can save most of our games anytime we want. We couldn't do that back in the day of the 16-bit era. The 16-bit era started in the early 90s and ended around 1996 when the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn were coming out. You probably know exactly what a Sony PlayStation is. The competing console of the time, which was made by Sega, was actually the Sega Saturn, which you may not know about, as it was not as popular as the PlayStation. Now, the Nintendo 64 also came out around that time as well. And then from there you go on to the other next-gen consoles such as the PS2, the Xbox, and so on and so forth. And sometimes at the end of the stage, if you jump around by the fence, you can hit little bonus point flags. I'll sort of rush through to the end of this and finish up the video. But, these games really were something to behold back in the day. This game is a classic gem. Zone 4 is the labyrinth zone where you go underwater, actually. I hated a lot of the underwater levels in Sonic the Hedgehog. Unlike Mario, Sonic drowns. It would be cool if Mario could just breathe underwater forever and swim in lava like Mario does. If you don't believe me, play Super Mario Bros. 3, get to World 8, and you can swim under the boats and bypass the whole level as Mario by swimming in the lava. Not kidding. Another secret area. You can also get lost in this game if you don't know where you're going. Oh. You have to be really careful in some spots. And this should be the boss. Yep. Right here. Now Robotnik here comes out. Oh no, I thought he was in a lava submarine. My bad. So he lights these things on fire. And you have to jump to avoid it. Very easy. It was actually probably easier than the first boss, honestly. But, I played Sonic a lot. Wonderful game. I never get tired of playing this game. There we go. And there's Robotnik's death. Well, at least for the second level anyway. That's all the time I have for today. Thanks, of course, for watching. I'm Mr. Fox, signing off. Thank you, and good night.